everyone, welcome to ICT Dunya. Today we are going to discuss about remote teaching and online teaching. As you know, in this pandemic period, most of the people are using many online modes of teaching. So out of them, there are so many types of online modes of teaching. Let us discuss one after the other. The first one is synchronous method. So let us discuss about synchronous method. What is synchronous method? Synchronous method means it's a kind of live teaching, so real-time teaching. Here the teacher has to sit before the computer and far away somewhere else that students sit before their devices or gadgets. So they listen to the teacher what they tell through online. So this kind of method is called synchronous method. Here in synchronous method there are so many tools. Nowadays most of the teachers are using Zoom apps, Cisco WebEx apps, Google Meet, Video Meet, etc. Now let us come to the second platform, that is asynchronous platforms. Asynchronous platforms are Google Classroom, Schoology, Edmodo. So there are so many platforms right now. So now today we are going to discuss about Google Classroom. As you know, most of the Google apps are free apps, means they are open resources. Open resource. What is an open resource? Open resource means we can get that particular resource without payment, any kind of payment. Here it is free to use. We can use it anywhere else. We can download it. We can modify it. We can make use of it. This is called open resource. Now Google Classroom is a kind of open resource. So Google Classroom is a best asynchronous platform where we can insert videos, we can insert audios, we can insert number of files, that is Word files, PPTs, whatnot, everything we can use on this. Even we could assign the students, we can give assignments on this platform, we can even prepare quizzes. So even we can grade the students based on that performance in quizzes and other assignments also. So this is what we are going to discuss in detail. Now let me take you to the browser, and now I'm going to open my browser. Already I have opened the Google Classroom. Now I want to quit this and I'll show you right from the beginning. This is how we can open. Now I'm going to open another browser and show you that. And here also same thing, logged in. So now I've already signed in and I'll show you. See here, this is the Google browser and search engine. Now if you click on this sign in Google account, it asks us to sign in. Now I am selecting my account. Already there is a password in my account. So now I'm signed in right now. See here, you could see my account. I'm signed in. Now you could see 9 dot grid, Google app grid. If you click here, you can find the Google Classroom here. We can go directly from here, or else you just simply type Google Classroom. So Google Classroom in the browser, automatically it will take you to classroom.google.com. This is the Google Classroom website, and if you click on that website, it will take us to Google Classroom. This is the Google Classroom. See here, already I have a number of classes. In some classes I am the teacher, in some classes I am the student. So see here, let me show you one after the other. So this is the interface of this. You could see the plus button here at the right top corner. If you click here, you can join the class as a student. With a single account, you can be a student and at the same time you can be a teacher. So now
If you click on join class, you can join the class as a student. If you click on create class, you can create your own classroom as a teacher. So let us go here to the left side of the Google Classroom. You could see three horizontal lines. If that is main menu. If you click on this menu, you can find your classes. See here, these are my classes, and these are my own classes. As a teacher, I have created these classrooms. At the bottom of this menu, you could find uh, the classes which you have enrolled as a student. See here, as a student I have enrolled in this class, and some other options are there. Let us discuss about them after. Now, before that, I'll show you a classroom, how the classroom will be. See here, teachers fraternity. So this is the classroom, this is my classroom. So this is the classwork given to them, and these are the students joined in my class, and these are the grades obtained for them. Yeah, these are the grades obtained for them. See here, already I gave grades for some people. Now I would like to show you how to create the class. Let's go back. Let's go out from this classroom. Yeah, that is home page. This is the home page. Now let me show you how to create the classroom. See here, first go to plus button, join class or create class. Now I want to create the class. Click on create class. Here is a notification for you. So Google Suite for Education is free for schools. It is mentioning that, but we need to have a website and a domain for that website. If we have, automatically Google Suite Education will be provided for us for the free of cost. Even you can use it freely with your personal account also. But G Suite Education, it is suggesting, Google is suggesting not to use personal accounts for this Google Classroom. So as the students cannot use Google Classroom, so it is suggesting us to go for the G Suite Education for classrooms or for schools. Now let us click here to use the personal account, and let us click on continue. See here, a window opened like this, and now I'm going to show you 10th how to create a class. For example, I want to create 9th class. Already I have 10th class, 9th class. Section, it is for A section. You can easily mention the section here. Even subject also English. I want to set it as an English subject. Even you can mention the room number also. So but I don't want to type the room number, and just I want to create this. So after filling all this information, just go to create button and click on this button. So it will take time to create button. Yeah, this is our new classroom. See, let us go back and see how it looks from the home page. See here, this is the 9th class. If I click this, the class will be opened. Here we could see 4 parts. First one is stream, second one is classwork, third one is people, fourth one is grades. Now let us discuss about one after the other. First, stream. So this is the almost home page for our classroom. Stream. So here the title of the class is mentioned here, section is also mentioned here. If we click below the section, there is a box. If we click on that box, automatically class code, we could see the class code MR52NOJ. This is our class code. So I want to copy this class code. So just copy this class code and send it to your students through WhatsApp or some other social media or mail or message SMS. So if you send this, they can use this class code, and I'll show you how to join the students, how the student has to join in our class. For example, assume as if I am the student of our classroom. So for his in his account also he could see this plus mark, and if you press the button and click the join class, you could get the class code. See here, it is asking for class code. So if I paste it and if I click join, yeah, could not join the class. Check the code, the account, and try again, because it is my own class. I can't join as a student in my own account, so that's why it is not receiving. So I simply I want to show you how it works. Okay, now I'm going back to my class. Yeah, this is the class. Now see here, you could see the blue theme. So if we click on this theme, so we could see number of themes here as per the topic of the theme. See here, there are so many topics of themes. So if these are the general themes, and regarding English and history, we have some more themes: math, science, arts, sports, others, even others also, other themes are also there. So you could see other technology related themes. But as our class is an English class, so this feather represents English, olden literature, and I would like to select that theme. Yeah, I've changed the theme. See here, the theme has been changed. Now even you could upload a photo. If you want to upload a photo of your school, or if you want to upload any photo, so you can just click select the photo from your computer, and go to your drives and select the particular file, and after that select the class theme, and you should upload it. So in this way you can change the theme, and even you can upload the photograph. And now let us see here. So below the theme you could see something. See here, let me go back and see here. See here, share something with your class. I think you could see my photograph. Beside that, share something with your class. For that, we need to click on this. If we click on this, simply what we need to share, what we can share. So we are for, here it is given as for whom? For the students of 10th class or 9th class or teacher pattern, for any class. If you want to select, if you want to share this material to all the classes, you can select all the classes like this. So if you want to restrict this particular material to only the present class, that is 9th class, already it has been selected. You need not select all these things. So this is about class and students. So if you want to give it to students, if you want to share the material for all the students, you can select as all. But right now there is nobody in my class. See, I'll show you. No student is there. Nobody has enrolled in my class as I have created just right now. That's why there are no students here. If at all, for example, if there are 10 students, you can select particular student to share your material. So what can be shared means you can share. See here, if you go to click add button, click that add button, you can share the material from your Google Drive. You can share some links. You can share the file from your computer. You can share the videos or content from the YouTube. Let us discuss one after the other. First, see here, First I'll show you the Google Drive, how to use how to share the material from Google Drive. So it opens like this. These are the recent files. I don't want to go to recent files, just go to my drive. Yeah, this is my drive. This is my drive. Now I have some files in my Google Classroom. Let me go to class 10th section. So here also I don't find any material. Let me go back. Yeah, let me go back. Let me see if there are any other material. Yeah, here I could find some material. So these are the Google documents, some of the documents which I have prepared earlier. So now I am selecting one of that document, and after selecting this document you just click insert. See here, already my document has been selected. Now write a comment. Please read this document. This document and reflect. Read this document and reflect. Yeah, you just click on post. See here, my document has been posted. So you can post a document from your Google Drive. Now let us see the next one, link. So I want to show my student an external website. So I want to give that link for him. If he click that link or URL, automatically it will lead the student to that particular website. Let me type this www.ictdunia.com. Now click on add link. Yeah, see here, browse the website and know about some ICT tools which are useful for language classroom. Yeah, now let me post this. So by clicking the post button, so this is also posted. Now if the students go across these postings, yes, they can make a comment here. Even I also can comment here. And let me show you the next one, that is file. If I click file, I can upload any file from my computer. See here, I would like to I would like to copy a picture from my browser. What is that? From my computer. This is the image of Google Classroom. So Google Classroom, you need to write something about that posting, otherwise see here, the post button may not be, see, look at here, this is not highlighted. If you type something, it will be highlighted. That's why Google Classroom image. So unless and until you write this, it won't be highlighted. You can't post. So simply click the post. So this is also posted in your content. So now let us go to next thing, that is YouTube. Click on YouTube. So please go to search bar and try. You can do two things. Simply you can write the URL, paste the URL. Just go to a new window, open any video. See here, open any video. So I'd like to open one video. Just copy this URL.
Hey, this is Pasha from Impeccable English, and in this video, we'll be learning.
Copy this video. Come here and paste. See here, the same video has been selected. Or else you can do one more thing. You simply type or search for a video. Telangana, the pride of the people. The pride of the people. And go for search. Yeah, it is searching for so many videos, and one of the video which I have prepared, I'm going to select add and watch this video. See here. Now click post. Yes, this is also posted in my wall or stream. Okay, in this way you can share files from Google Drive. You can share a link. You can upload files from your computer. You can even share YouTube videos also. This is how. And even if you want to give simple message also, you can simply send, dear students, please complete the assignments. So a spelling mistake is there. Let me correct it, and yeah, simply you can post it also. See here, have posted. So even my students could answer here. Okay, now go to classwork. So this is all about the streaming. This is the important section where we could communicate with our students whatever. So even in the student account also we could see these notifications. For example, if I post an assignment here, if I post a video, automatically it will be shown in the streaming section in the student account. Let me show that afterwards. Okay, let us go to classwork. This is the second section where we can create assignment, quiz assignment, question, material, reuse post, topic. So here we can create all these things. Let us discuss one after the other. So before creating assignment, quiz assignment, all these things, we need to create the topic first. Let me click on this topic. First, as this is a language class, I want to divide, I want to give some basic topics such as listening. Yeah, click on add. Yeah, one topic is added. Go to topic next and speaking, add. So after that, go to create button and again go to topic and write reading, type reading. Yeah, after that, once again, finally writing. Okay, so this is how we could write the create the topics. Simply selecting, go to topic and selecting and click the topic. After clicking it, you could you could type that particular topic and click on that. Finally, these are the topics: writing, reading, speaking, listening. So now let us create some material. First, assignment. Let us go to assignment. So I want to assign in speaking activity. So please record an audio or make an audio let me change that. Please make an audio file about the pandemic situation that you are facing. So instructions. Talk on pandemic and record it with Vocaroo tool and submit the file in your assignment section. Okay, so I'm giving some instructions how to record that, what is the tool we need to use. So all that I'm giving the instruction. Now I want to give a reference how to record the audio file. So using Vocaroo to record audio. See, let me search about this. Yeah, I got some YouTube files. Let me add this. So this is the reference. The student go to reference video first. He knows how to record the video, and after that he try to complete the assignment. Now let us go to the settings of this assignment section. So for whom I am assigning this task. So if I want to assign this task for all the classes, I can select, or else it will be selected to the present class. The present class is 9th A. Now in the same way you could assign it for all the students, or a single or some students, okay, or selected students. Now I want to give this for 10 points. The due date for this is we can set the due date. See here, I want today is 17th and I want to give him a week time 22. Time is optional, and if I click on that time, it will select the default time. Let me see, let me show you. And now the topic is in which topic should I include this. So I want to, as this is a speaking topic, and I want to include this in speaking. Now let us discuss about rubric. How to create a rubric. Click on rubric and we can create a rubric here. We can reuse the rubric. We can import sheets. Now let me show you how to create the rubric. So go to the rubric section. Automatically the screen will display like this. So you need to give a title for this. So for example, I want to give marks in two, I want to grade in two aspects. The first one is the vocabulary, the second one is grammar, and the third one is, even I can do it for three assessments. That is, I want to assess in in three issues. The first one is I'm going for vocabulary, and so for I want to give for 1 point, then he can be awarded with grade C. He uses poor vocabulary. See here, if he use good vocabulary, I'm going to give him 3 points. If he use 2 points, I'm going to give him a grade B, and that is about average vocabulary. If he use poor vocabulary, then I would like to give him grade C, and that is he can achieve, he can score 1 point. So this is how we can what is that create grades in one aspect. And now let me see here, let me complete this, and I want to add a criteria. So before that, before adding a criteria, I can duplicate this criteria. See here, now the criteria is duplicated, so I want to delete the second one. Yeah, this is one criteria and the second one is this. So now I want to delete this one. Yeah, see here, vocabulary 3 scale grading. Now I'm testing in second aspect, that is grammar. Here also, if we get 3 points, grade A in grammar. Instead of good vocabulary, I can use as good grammar. Here also average grammar, and here also poor grammar. And now, so I have used it for 6 marks, so let me change this. So instead of 3 points, let me give this for 5 points. Yeah, so here 3, if we get 1 mark, average. If we get 0 marks, there is some notification. Yeah, so in this way I am testing him in 3 aspects. I have divided the marks for it. For 3 marks I am testing in vocabulary, grading in vocabulary. I am giving 3 marks. For grammar I am giving 5 marks. For presentation I am giving 2 marks. In this way I can assess my student. This is going to be the rubrics. Now save this rubric. Yeah, so all the assignment is set for the student. Now we need to assign it. Okay, click the assign button. See here, you could see, please make an audio file about pandemic. So the assignment has been posted in speaking section. Now let us know how to create a quiz assignment. See here, the interface will be like this, and there is a title. Now I want to give this as formative assessment 1, FA1. Now answer all questions. Okay, now I want to, so already there is a blank quiz, but I don't want to use this. If you want to use this, you can click on this and you can set the question paper here, but I don't want this, and so I am deleting this and go to Google Drive. Already there are some question papers in my drive, so go to my drive and find the source of your file. So I have this in one of my class, so I'm selecting the ready-made quiz. I'm inserting it. See here, I have inserted the quiz. So in this way I want to I can insert the quiz, and now again go to this. So I want to, as there is only single question in this quiz, So I want to limit it to 1 point, and due date, go to due date and select the date and time. And after that, topic. So for formative assessment means this is a quiz in listening. Yeah, let me rubric. So as this is awarded with 1 point, you need not go for rubric, directly you can give the grading and click on assign. So automatically it will be assigned. See here. Now let us know about the third one, that is question. So simply if you click on question, automatically the question will display. Now write about the COVID-19 virus. So this is how I want to give the writing question. So if you want to give it as a short answer, you can select the short answer, or if you want to give multiple choice, if you click on multiple choice, automatically the options will be displayed here. You can go for if you click on this, automatically you can get multiple options, but I don't want to give it as a multiple choice question because already I have given one in the quiz. So I want this to be a short answer. Now give the short answer, and let us go back to this. As this is, once again I want this for 10 points. Go to due date, click, and I want to give 1 week time also. Now topic, so I want to give this in topic, this is about writing. So just click on writing. So students can edit answer. If the students want to edit answer, they can. So see here, but if I give this option, they will be gone editing even after the submission also. So that's why I don't want to give this option to my students. Just I want to ask the thing. So if I want to give any referral material, so I can give a YouTube video, COVID-19 virus. Yeah, many videos are there. Just I want to select one video and give it for their reference. Simply I'm going to ask the question. Okay, now I ask the question. See here, write about COVID-19 virus. Now I want to give a material. For example, if I want to give a material, means read the following document and reflect on this following document, or you can say it as article. Okay, now click here and select a file from your document, Google Drive. Let me show you. Yeah, so go to the documents. See here, some documents, any document, just for trial I'm giving one document. Yeah, let me select this only and insert. Yeah, it has been inserted. Now click on post. Topic, in which topic you want to give? I want to give this topic in reading. Yeah, in reading section. Now let me post this. See here, I have posted. So I have created assignment, quiz assignment, question, material also. Even I want to reuse a post. For example, if I click this, see here, let me find any material to reuse. So it is going on searching for that. So I think as this is the new class, there is no ready-made material right now. So if we go on creating some material will be stored in this Google Drive, so that you can use that particular material again. So this is how about creating assignments, quiz assignments, question, material, reuse post, and even we can divide them into topics in the classwork section. So this is the most important section for the students, even for the teachers also. If you want to grade the assignment, if you want to look at their assignments, if you want to check their assignments and quizzes, we need to go to this work, classwork. Okay. Now let me show you how to join the classroom. So I want to take you to the student account. For that I'm changing my browser and going to another browser. See here, go to this, so click on plus, join classroom, paste the copy code which have, okay, there is no class code, so I want to select the class code from the classroom. Yeah, I'm selecting and going back to another browser where my student account is. Now I'm pasting this class code and go to join and click join. Yeah, I have joined in my class. This is from one account. Now I want to show you another account with a different browser. So now let me go to Google and google.com. Here already have signed into the account. Now yeah, let me show you. I think already I have signed into my account, but it's not opening. Let me show you. Wait. Google account, yeah. Google account, yeah. Already I have signed in, and directly I want to go to Google Classroom. Yeah, now I want to join with this account also. Go to join class, paste the class code and join. So let me take you back to the classroom, original classroom where I have created the classroom. This is the original class which I have created right now, and go to the click. See here, already one student has joined, and let me see another student whether he has joined or not. Yeah, see here, two students have joined. So I'll take you back to the student section. First student, this is the first student. Let me show you and take you to the class work. So write about COVID-19 virus. So I'll click this video and I'll watch the video and go to view question. I want to answer the question right now. COVID-19 is a coronavirus first found in Wuhan, China. Okay, So now, so I've submitted my answer. So if I want to give it in an elaborative way, I can, but I don't want to waste the time. And see here, if we want to see our answer, we can see here. And now there is a hand in button. If I click this hand in button, so submit your answer. So click on hand in. Yeah, my response is going to be submitted. It is going to take time. See here, handed in means I have submitted my answer. So I can comment with my teacher privately, sir, I have submitted. Sir, I have submitted. Yeah. So in this way I can answer my question. And let me go to another student's account. Go to classwork. Yeah, got it. Write about COVID-19 virus. And here once again, COVID-19 is a coronavirus. Yeah. Turn in. Okay. Now let me go to the first student and go back to the next section. Next section I'll show you. So reading. So read the following article. Yeah, I can read this. There is no assessment for this. So I want to reflect on this. So I didn't ask any question, just I asked him to read. That's it. So now go to another question, speaking question. So I want to record the audio. Let me go to assignment. Yeah, see here, I want to record the audio on pandemic. Now I can go to Vocaro and directly record the audio, but I have a ready-made audio. Let me show you how to submit the audio. Go to add or create and go to files, and after that upload, after that browse, and let us check whether there is any file. Yeah, audio file, one audio file is there. Yeah, it is uploading. Now click hand in. See here, this is my file. If I don't want to upload, I can even delete right now also, but go to hand in and click on hand in, notification. Finally go to hand in, click it. Yeah, your response is submitted. Once again I want to chat with my sir privately. Sir, I have submitted. Okay. Yeah. Now let me take you back. See here, one more provision is there, unsubmit. If you are not satisfied with your response, even you can unsubmit also. Okay. Now let me go back. Yeah, so even I have attempted the question from speaking also. Now finally listening. This is formative assessment, so where I have to attend a quiz. See here, this is the Google form. If you click your assignment, you can directly go to the Google form. Yeah, this is the question. What is the most essential skill to acquire language? It is listening. Yeah, submit. See here, I can view my score. I got 10 out of 10. Right. And see here. And now let me take to the teacher version, that is the class version. See here, I could see both the students. Now let me take you to classwork, whether they have completed any works or not. Yeah, see here, let me go to writing section first. See here, you could see 2 of them turned in, means 2 students have submitted their responses. Now go to the question. See here, you can see here also 2 questions, and you can see, let me show you, COVID-19 is a virus. So if you want to give marks, you can directly give the marks here. So already I want to give 8 marks for this person, and I want to give 7 marks for this person, and finally click return button. If you click on return button, the what is that, corrected forms, the grade will be returned to the students. Okay, now let me go back and go to reading section. Already this is not an assessing, I am not going to assess this reading, just I gave some material to read in, so we need not worry about this. Now let us go to speaking. If I click speaking, only one person is assigned and 1 have turned in. So go to view assignment. See here, there is an audio file from him. Click on this audio file. Yeah, for this we have set the rubric also. Don't forget to see here. First I need to listen to him here.
Hello, hi, this is Narendra Reddy Kandimalla.
Yeah, he have submitted something, so I want to give him grade. Go to the right side, you could see the grade box, and even you could see the rubrics. In 3 aspects I am going to assess him. So after listening to this, I want to give first grade in vocabulary. For example, see here, I forget to type grade A. It's a mistake. Anyhow, the description, grade description is there: good vocabulary, average vocabulary, poor vocabulary. So his vocabulary is somewhat better, assume it. So let us give him average vocabulary, and then go to grammar section and click on this arrow mark. If you click, you could see the rubrics, and here his grammar is okay, somewhat better. Let us give him grade A, 5 points. Presentation, now let us go to presentation. So his presentation is average. For example, his presentation is average. Let us click average. Now see here, just I have selected the rubrics or grades, automatically his marks has been posted in the grade section. Means this is the advantage of rubric. You can directly post the marks here in the grade section, or if you select simply the rubric, automatically it will give you the marks. So this is the provision here, and now let me click return. So return. So this is how we can return the marks to him. Now I will take you to that student. So this is the student 1, number 1, and let me show you the audio file. See here, go to view assignment. See, this is how we have graded him. See, he used average vocabulary and he scored 2 marks. He used good grammar, for that he scored 5 marks. His presentation is average, not bad, so that's why he scored 1 mark. And in this way he totally got 8 marks out of 10. So this is how the student received the grading. So if there is one more provision here, resubmit option. If the student is not satisfied with his response, if he want to submit the assignment again, he can go to add button and he can modify his response and submit again. For that he need to click resubmit. so his response will be recorded twice. Then the teacher has to decide which response should he consider. So this is how there are many options. There are many options here. Okay, now let us go back. Yeah, these are the things we can see from the student section. Now let me take you back to the teacher section, and I want to show the yeah, see here already we discussed about stream, we discussed about classwork, the people here, the students. One more thing I need to explain here, we can add some other teachers also. See here, for example, if I type any name here, my teacher's mail address here, I can add other teachers to my class. For example, if 10th class is dealt by 5 teachers, I can include all those 5 teachers in my class. Or I want to invite some guest lecture, I can invite to my class. So in this way I can perform a collaborative teaching. I can teach my students in a collaborative way with the help of my co-teachers. So in this way we can add other teachers to our class, we can add other students, we can join students in my class. This is about people section. Now let us go to grades. So this is the achievement of my students. See here, so I've given the grade for these people, grades for these people. So one person, he did the assignment, he wrote the formative test, he made an audio, that is assignment, he wrote the question regarding writing. So already his grade is automatically given. If for example in this I didn't give him grade, so he wrote a right answer, that's why I can give him see here it went to draft, so I need to return this marks. Yeah, now his marks has been returned. In this way I can give marks to him directly here also. Okay, this is the, so if there are 100 students, we can see the grades of 100 students here. So this is nothing but a progress card. Okay, in this way we can manage their grades, we can perform, we can give the tests for them, we can give quizzes for them, we can provide material for them. So I think Google Classroom is a best classroom for all the teachers who are teaching remote teaching during this pandemic period. Let us go to the settings section. See here, these are the general settings about the class details and class code. This is the class code. Student can post a comment. For example, if I don't want my students to post the comment, so I can restrict them from posting. Only teachers can post or comment. Students can only comment. I don't want the teachers to comment, so I can select as per my wish. So this is about that. Classwork on the stream, show attachments and details, show condensed notifications. If I want to hide the notifications, I can hide. So these are the general settings. Coming to grade, overall grade calculation, total points weighted by category. In this way, even I could use the categories, or generally I can give the total points, I can select the total points or anything. So as per my wish I could do this. Now let me go take you back to other settings. See here, here some more features are there to discuss. To do, so if I click on there on to do section, see here I could see all classes. So if I so what to do, for example, I'll show you in the student account. Yeah, if I click in to do, See here, these are the things to do. So simply this is a reminder. I'll show another account. For example, if you see this account, yeah, there are so many things to do. Means this student hasn't completed the things. He has to do this assignment. So these are the things they need to do, or they need to complete the things. So these are the notifications. Done. What are the things done already? So they have submitted this, they have submitted all these things. So this is about the to do section. And now let me see the settings also here. See here, these are the general and specific settings. For example, if I want to inform my students through email notifications, if I select this, automatically the students will receive the notifications. If I don't want this, yeah, just click here. So if I don't want this, please click it, unselect it. Okay, right. Comments. So the comments can be reached through email, and so even private comments will be reached to our email. So if anybody enrolled in our account, automatically the notification will be sent to your mail. If you give work, or if your co-teacher will give any grade for the students, or if they return the work, so all those notifications will be received by you. So sometimes these may disturb us. That's why most of the teachers, they won't select this email option. I think it would be better. But if you want to be cautious, if you want to observe all the things what is going on in your Google Classroom, then it is better to select this option. If you select this option, all these if you, even if, for example, if you don't want to receive the comment notifications like this, you can unselect it, or and like this. So all these things you can unselect it. So one more notification is also there. So turn email and mobile notifications on or off for a class. For example, if you want the notifications for a particular class, you can select. If you don't want all the notifications from other classes, you can select like this. So in this way, you can select the settings as per, you can set the settings as per your wish. This is all about Google Classroom. Here, with the help of Google Classroom, we can give assignments to our students. We can conduct quiz, means we can conduct assessment. So assessment through different modes. Coming to the assignments, we can take assignments in the form of a document, in the form of audio file, in the form of video file, whatnot, everything. So this is how we can ask them to do, and I think this is the best asynchronous method because this is a free app. Almost all the Google apps are free apps. We need not pay for them, and so we can use it anywhere, and we can modify it as per our wish. So that's why we can call it as an open resource. Okay. Moreover, this is a user friendly app, so, or website, because the what is that totally the thing is very simple, and very simple to include the activities, very simple to create activities like assignments, all those things. So if you once you get command over this, you can do very well with Google Classroom. Even for your government school children also, you can make it a effectively, and you can make use of it effectively. Thank you everyone. Thank you.